everyone. I hope everyone is doing well today. Are you feeling that intense energy? As I'm speaking to you, I'm feeling so much pressure in my heart chakra and in my solar plexus, even in my throat. Even in my throat, I'm feeling a lot of fear and a lot of anxiety coming from the collective. And I'm not surprised that this is happening with this new moon in Scorpio. It is bringing up a lot of our old fears and creating anxieties around those fears. But remember, the word fear stands for false experiences appearing real. So think about that for a moment. A lot of the fears we create within our mind, it's just an illusion. We can get rid of that fear. We don't have to hold on to it. When we hold on to it, then it goes into anxiety. And now we're dealing with fear and anxiety. And I'm telling you right now, I'm feeling the intensity of it. And I am going to try to help the collective transmute it as much as I can today. And even at the end of this video, if you stay to the end of this video, I'm going to do a brief distant Reiki healing for the collective, just to send out some good grounding, healing Reiki energy to help balance your energy and bring you back into some peace, and help you to ground it so that you can go through the rest of the day feeling a little bit more relaxed without allowing this energy to overwhelm you. Because I'm so feeling that overwhelming energy. It's coming in very strongly, and I feel like a lot of people are not expressing. They're not expressing what they need to express. So it's creating blocks in the throat chakra, because my throat chakra is in a lot of discomfort right now. And I feel a lot of it is because we're not expressing what it is that we need to express. And we are holding it in. And when we hold in our emotions, we create these blocks of energy within mind, body, and spirit. And they have to come out in some way. So if we're not expressing it or releasing it in some way, it stays trapped. And it has to come out. And in a lot of times, what it'll do is come out in this fear and in this anxiety. So try to recognize when this is happening within you, and this can alleviate a lot of this stress and a lot of this fear and anxiety that I'm feeling today within yourselves. You know, one of the best things to do when we're feeling these overwhelming energies, the fear, the anxiety, is taking deep cleansing breaths, inhaling and exhaling. And you do it again, inhaling and exhaling. And if you do that throughout the day, you may start to feel that energy dissipating and releasing itself from you. So getting into the practice of checking in with yourself. And also, if you are feeling this fear, what is it that's coming up in your consciousness? What are you fearing? Acknowledge it. And sometimes if we could acknowledge those fears that are coming up, we begin to release the energy surrounding it, because we're acknowledging it. You know, we're acknowledging it. We're not suppressing it. We're acknowledging it. So that helps to alleviate some of that pressure. So be mindful of where that fear is coming from. You know, are you getting thoughts of something from your past, you know, that was brought up? Not feeling worthy, or anything that's coming up in your consciousness at the time that this fear and anxiety is showing up. Acknowledge it, and then breathe through it. Allow yourself to breathe through it. You know, just try to stay as grounded as you can. So grounding is anything like walking, being out in nature, meditating, taking these deep breaths. to clear that energy. And sometimes just playing some uplifting music will help to lift that energy and remove it, because the uplifting music now is raising your vibration. So really it's about us raising that vibration, because fear and anxiety is in the lower vibration. And again, it's just stuff that's creeping up. And a lot of it has to do with this new moon in Scorpio. So know that it's not a permanent thing. It's just energy that's trying to be released from you. Energy surrounding maybe past experiences that are rising to the surface and creating this fear. You know, maybe something that someone said, or being around someone that's bringing it up. But again, remember, these are all illusions. These are all illusions. And the fear is created by our own mental thoughts. And we can change that fear once we acknowledge it and release it. All right, so let's just get an affirmation for now. What is the affirmation for today? What does the collective need to know, Spirit? What is the message for the collective? What is the message for the collective, Spirit? Oop, one just flew out. Let's see. See, and this goes so well with what I'm trying to express to you. So the card that jumped out, it just jumped out, is body. My form is the house of my spirit that transports me through life. Today, I listen to the messages from my body and take right action to maintain a healthy harmony. And that's really what all of this excess energy that we're feeling, these fears, these anxieties, there's disharmony in our body. And it's coming from deep-rooted things that are surfacing, that are trying to be released. So being as present as we can be within our body is really going to help us in getting that balance, so that we can release that anxiety and that fear. So that was the affirmation for you today. Let's pull a surrender card. Let's pull a surrender card. Let's see. Let's see. What does Spirit want us to surrender? What do we need to surrender? Keep taking those deep breaths throughout the day. I'm telling you, they're going to help you to release a lot of this pent-up energy, which is this turning out into this fear, and then developing into this anxiety that is coming up. You know, sometimes even writing down what is it that's coming up, what is it that you're fearing, what is coming up in your awareness, your consciousness, what is popping up, because that's going to help us to recognize what it is, so that we can start healing it and releasing it. So what do we need to surrender? Spirit. Yes, look, Spirit is so on point. We are so on point today. So the surrender card that was chosen was Surrender Worry. Make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. Wow, oh my gosh, I can't. You can't make this stuff up. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body. Look at that. Body and surrender worry. I can't. I just can't. So breath work is going to help you to expel a lot of that energy. So breathe it out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart. Absolutely. If we center, or we bring our awareness to our heart and we breathe through it, even placing, sometimes just rubbing our hands together like this and creating warmth within our hands, placing it here on our heart chakra. The upper heart chakra here is all about self-love, compassion. So just sometimes just doing that, helping us to rub our hands together and place it on our heart, feeling that heat feels so comforting. It feels so comforting. I can feel a lot of that energy subsiding just by doing this. Placing your hands on your heart, bringing your attention to your heart, your awareness to your heart will help to alleviate some of that energy that we're holding on to, the fears, the anxieties. So focus on the power of your heart and have faith that Spirit is guiding you always. Here you go. Have faith. Spirit is always with us. They're always guiding us through life. There's really nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear if we can allow ourselves to trust and believe. We can get rid of a lot of that fear. Surrendering, especially when that fear and anxiety gets so intense that it's like, it almost feels like a damn heart attack. Like you just feel so much pressure. At that point, you can just ask Spirit, your angels, whomever it is that you believe in, to just release that fear, release that anxiety from you so that you don't hold on to it. All right, so those are some of the things that you can do. Express. Speak your truth. That helps to expel a lot of that energy as well. Just expressing. And if you can't express verbally, write about it. Journal about what are these fears that are coming up? Where are they coming from? Where are they being triggered from? Who's triggering them? This is going to help you identify where the fear is coming from so that you can, again, now you're acknowledging it, you can start to heal it now. You can start to release it because now you're knowing where it's coming from. But it really takes a lot of practice to get connected with ourselves. You know, check in with ourselves daily. How am I feeling right now? What is going on with me right now? You know, the more you check in with yourself daily, the more present you are, because this is really all about being present. Just think about it. When the fears and the anxiety comes up, we're not present. It's fears from the past or fears of something that hasn't happened, you know. So we're not completely present and in our body. So we need to be as present as possible. And sometimes when we start wandering, our mind starts wandering and thinking about things that haven't happened or things that have happened, just bringing our awareness, our attention back to what's right in front of us. What's in front of us? We could look at our hands. We could look at our feet. This will instantly ground you and help to alleviate some of that pressure, some of that energy, because that's really what it is. That's surrounding that fear, surrounding that anxiety. All right, so let's see, where am I guided now to pull from? What cards do I want to pull from now? You know what, let's pull from the spirit animal guides. I love my spirit animals, as I always mention and always say. So I am going to connect with the spirit animals. Ooh. Wait, that's not taking those. There's too many. Okay. Sorry about that. I guess they have a lot to say. They want to come out and speak. The spirit animals. All right, let me see. So, which spirit animal has a message for the collective today? Which spirit animal has a message for the collective today? What do you want the collective to know? Spirit animals. Spirit animals. Yesterday I was guided a little bit differently in pulling oracle cards. It was just the way that I was guided. I didn't get to record it, but what I did was I posted it on my Instagram, Reiki by Isabella, or my Facebook, which is Reiki by Isabella as well. And I was guided to do a couple of different pulls, but to connect the energy to different groups of people. So one of the cards I was guided to pull for was the Divine Masculine. So I pulled a card for Divine Masculine. And Divine Masculine, you don't have to be a male. It's just energy. Ooh, excuse me. It's just energy. You could be a male, you could be a female, and have masculine energy. But I was guided to pull a card for the Divine Masculine in the collective. I was also guided to pull the message for the Divine Feminine. Again, you can be male or female. Even though I picked for Divine Feminine, you can be either one, because we have both. We have feminine energy and we have masculine energy. So wherever you're feeling pulled, or wherever you're guided, or whatever resonated with you, I was guided to pull one for the Divine Masculine, one for the Divine Feminine. Then I was guided to pull a card for my fellow empaths and star seeds and light workers and healers in the collective. So I did pull a card for them, and I could not believe the messages that came through were so on point and made so much sense. So if you want to look at those messages that were pulled, you can go on my Instagram or my Facebook. You can also follow me on Instagram or Facebook, Reiki by Isabella. But I was guided to pull in that way. And then for fun, I pulled from the Romance Angel deck. So that was also fun. So if you want to check that out. So as I was speaking, a card popped out from a spirit animal, Roadrunner. So this is also another way of releasing this energy, these fears, these anxieties. Just laughing, just laughing. Thinking of something funny helps to expel any type of energy that is overwhelming us. Laughing, singing, dancing, listening to music, movement, any type of movement. Sometimes if we stay dormant when this energy is coming in, because sometimes the fear and the anxiety can be so overwhelming that you don't want to move. You would just want to close your eyes and go to sleep and not think of it, or just sit there and just freeze. A lot of us would just freeze. But when we do that, we're not allowing that energy to be expelled. It actually sits there and it grows and it becomes bigger and bigger, and starts to feel stronger and stronger. So it's so important for movement, for us to move around, for us to laugh, for us to, even yawning, laughing, coughing, singing, dancing. Laughing is big. Laughing really will help to release a lot of energy. Watch something funny, listen to a silly joke, imagine something funny in your mind. These are things that will help to release a lot of that fear and a lot of that anxiety. Okay, so the card that was pulled was, or jumped out, Roadrunner. Roadrunner. Oh, here we go again. I didn't change the mirror effect, so I apologize. So Roadrunner, keep your sense of humor and don't take things so seriously. That's what happens when the fear comes in and the anxiety comes in. We just get so caught up in it that it just gets stronger and stronger and stronger. So let's look at it. Let's look at the fear. What is this fear that's coming up? And think of something, in your mind that says, well, is it really that bad? Is it as bad as we're making it? Just think of things like that. But sense of humor, laugh, expel that energy. It really does make such a big difference. So let me just read a little bit more in detail about the Roadrunner. Okay? So keep your sense of humor and don't take things so seriously. It's so tempting to view life in all of its many manifestations, permutations, and variations as something to be taken quite seriously. Yet this is exactly the opposite of what you need to do right now. No matter what the situation, look for the humor in it. Yes, that makes such a difference. it may take time to find something, but if you look for it with this attitude in mind, you begin to set the absurdities and ironies inherent in whatever shows up in life, even in the seemingly darkest circumstances. It's true. If we can look at the funny part of it, the humor in it, it does really let go of that energy, because again, it's all energy. It's all energy. And the laughing and the sense of humor helps to expel that energy. Just like release, and we let go of it. Especially laughing, really hearty laughing, like just a really hearty laugh. Maintaining a healthy sense of humor about most experiences causes you to be lighter in spirit. So true. You really do feel that. And think about it, when you're laughing, when you're watching something funny, you heard something funny and you're cracking up and laughing. You can be angry as hell at that moment, but all of a sudden somebody says something or does something or looks at you in a certain way and you just burst out laughing. It really does lighten the energy. You feel your spirit lightening up. So sense of humor, laughing really does help you to expel that energy. Dancing, listening to your amazing music that you love to listen to, dancing around helps to release that energy as well. Maintaining a healthy sense of humor about most experiences causes you to be lighter in spirit, to smile unabashedly, and to appreciate life that much more. Sure, so true. Turn that scowl upside down by doing what makes you openly laugh. Laugh! Of course, there are certainly times that require a more serious demeanor. Tragedies or traumatic experiences don't call for cheerfulness and humor. When these events occur, appropriate social restriction apply that demand the expression of emotions congruent with the circumstances. However, these instances are temporary and, like all things, will soon pass. Other than these kinds of situations, life's ironies and absurdities abound. Rather than feeling personally victimized by these vagaries, take a deep breath, see the humor in the situation, and have a good laugh. So there you have it. Laughing. Doing anything that's going to lift your spirits is going to help to release some of that energy that you're feeling. Of course, as mentioned, there may be some tragedies, there may be some sadness and fears, deep fears, and in those times we need to just sit with it, breathe through it, and just allow it to come through, and just release it in that sense. Okay, so the road runner was the spirit animal that came through. And I think that's where I'm going to end it right now. Oh, you know what? Maybe for fun, I'm going to pull a romance angel just to lighten up the spirit. Just to lighten up the spirit. Let's lighten up the spirit. Lighten up the energy. Take away that fear and anxiety. Oh, my crown chakra is so wide open right now. My third eye, everything. They're like really working on my third eye and crown chakra as of late. Throat chakra too. Express. I'm going to transmute that energy. I'm also feeling all of the mental conflicts from the fears and the anxieties. Ooh, look at it. It looks like my little Orbeez are coming back in to visit. Did you see that? It just flew down a little bit. So I guess some are here to visit a little bit today. Are they coming in to lighten our spirit? Or they have a message for us? So, the romance angels. I am going to pull a message. Think of a question about your romantic life. And let's see what comes up for you. What comes up for you? What comes up for you? Spirit, romance angels, what can we tell our collective? What does our collective need to know about their romantic life? Love. Ooh, look at that. As soon as I said love, they all came out. Love. Should I sing again? Maybe they're going to come out again. Yeah. Oh my God, it did. Holy shit. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. You know what? Just saying that word love felt really good. Love, love, love. Hey, here you go. Say love. All right. What? I know I'm being silly as hell. And I know I have to end this soon because I have a client coming. And I wanted to do a really quick Reiki, distant Reiki healing for you guys. Just to help put you at some peace and relax you. Wow. You know what? I feel like my third eye and crown chakra is opening wide. My heart, wow. The love is coming through strong. Presence of angels. My team. It's my team. I feel them around me. They're working with us. Working with me, I should say. To help you. They're working with me to help you. I always call on my team. But I'm feeling this intense love in my heart chakra. Okay. Okay, let's see. What is the love message? Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. So here we go. This goes with the throat chakra. My throat chakra being very uncomfortable right now, and that again is connected to communicating, expressing. So the romance angel card that came up is heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. There you go. Sometimes just having that heart-to-heart conversation with your significant other or someone that you love or someone that you care about, but you're afraid to tell them how you feel. You know, for one, when you can actually verbalize that or express that to that person, in essence, what you're doing is giving yourself an unconditional love, because you're allowing yourself to be truthful, honest about how you truly are feeling. Because I'm going to tell you, you hold on to those emotions. Like, let's say you're like in love with somebody, you just love them, and you're afraid to say anything to them because you're afraid you're going to be rejected or whatever the case may be. So we have to step away from that, and we have to be able to express what we need to express, you know, and not expect anything in return, you know, kind of like just say what we feel. Allow ourselves to be truthful with ourselves is allowing ourselves to give ourselves unconditional love without any expectations. So then you don't go through life, you know, regretting that you never said what you needed to say, whether or not you connect or not, or get together or not. You never have the fear of being rejected, because in essence, you are speaking your truth and you're being true to who you are, you know, and what you feel and how you feel about this other person. So just say what you need to say. Let go of all of that energy that's surrounding it. That's fear and anxiety too, because that'll build up within us as we're holding on to it, we're holding on to it, we're holding on to it. So it's going to come up as fear. It's going to come up as anxiety, you know, because we always fear rejection and all of this other stuff. And again, that comes from past lives, you know, past situations, past experiences in our life. But we need to be in the here and now. And in order for us to be 100% connected to who we are and in alignment with ourselves, and to spread that unconditional love, not only for ourselves, but to others, you really need to be 100% truthful about how you truly feel. So that's so important. So heart to heart, have a heart to heart conversation. Say what you have to say. Just say it. Just say it. It'll feel so there'll be so much relief once you do say it. You're going to feel like a burden's been lifted off of you. Okay? Say it, let go of it, and that's it. Bet you half the time, you know, what you're feeling, they're feeling the same about you. You know? So just take that chance. So anyway, I will come back because I have to get ready for my next client. So I will come back and I will do, as I promised, I will do a distance Reiki healing for you as soon as I get a moment between clients. All right. Again, if you want to email me, you can email me at reikibyisabella@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, Reiki by Isabella. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Have a wonderful day. Release that fear. Remember, laugh, laugh, laugh. Express your love. You'll feel so much better. All right? And I'll be back soon to do that healing that I promised. Have a great one.